All right, guys, welcome in. This is going to be episode 5. Episode 5 of Dogs of Doskvol, a Blades in the Dark campaign. I'm going to pass it immediately over to Eric, and he can catch you up as to what happened last time and what we're doing today. So, Eric, it's up to you, sir.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Welcome to, episode 5. I'm Eric. I'm your Dungeon Master, or Game Master, I guess, in this case. So we're playing Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark is a really, really awesome game. It's kind of based on Powered by the Apocalypse. You know what? Just watch the other 4 episodes, and then you'll get it, okay? I don't have to tell you anything. So what we last did on our show, we did quite a lot as far as development. I kind of wanted to ask a couple questions for Dave here.
Okay.
Or, Bubs, because, Coomer's, maybe getting fed up to the point with the crew. There's a lot of drama.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Good drama.
You're not wrong. Where's the lie, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Coomer is pretty upset, but I think that's the nature of...
Why? For the audience.
Okay, so I think he's upset first and foremost because they're not taking the Bluecoats as a more serious threat. And for personal reasons, that sucks because Coomer can't speak entirely because of Bluecoats' actions. So he thinks it's a problem. He thinks it's a problem. Nobody's doing anything about it. It's sort of like they just got wrapped up in this big brain scheme to take over Crowsfoot, when the truth of it is even if we get Crowsfoot, we're still just 5 kids with an entire area. So how can we hold it? Coomer just doesn't really think it's likely. So he's trying to protect the one thing that he knows that he can protect, and that's the other kids that are growing up in Crowsfoot.
Awesome. Right. So other than that, speaking of the big brain plans, we saw a lot of preparation, and then finally the talk, the actual negotiations between the Crows and the now named Dogs of Doskvol about where they stand, what they can gain from the Crows with the destruction of the Void. And it seems like the Crows, due to time and due to some sort of convenience factors that the dogs have on their side, for Bagley, the Crows will be willing to put them up effectively and kind of support them, raise their tier a little bit here, and kind of can become the runners of Bagley, kind of like how the Void were doing before. The one catch, though, is that you're on the hook for doing two kind of jobs for them. And the first one is kind of what we're going to get to today. It was foreshadowed that there's a giant coordinated attack on the Red Sashes across Bagley and across other parts of Crowsfoot as sort of like the last push for the Crows to finally resecure their spot as top dog of Crowsfoot. And I think that's where we're going to pick up. But I feel like I've also glossed over a crap ton of things. So does anyone else want to fill in?
Actually, clarification question for you, Eric. I know they hinted at the job that we're about to do. What was the context of the second thing? Or
They said they'll tell you after.
Okay. Yeah. After we're all dead.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. So yeah, that was explicitly not disclosed. But anyways, that's me. That's what the game is. But you're not here to just hear me talk. Let's go around. Let's introduce everybody. Let's start with Lily.
Ugh, why?
Where can people find you? What's the name of your character? And why are they awesome?
Hi, my name's LillyVinnily, and I'm a full-time creative variety broadcaster here on Twitch. I do a lot of different things. I'm 100% variety. But you can find me at twitch.tv/LillyVinnily. And I play a sexual creature named Fox here on this game. And that's, you know what, that's it. She's just loud, obnoxious, and she enjoys... Yep. All right.
Put it in medical terms.
For going first, pick the next victim to introduce himself.
Oh, okay. Sever, Oz.
Hello, everybody. My name's Oz. I play Sever. He's a Taikarosi plague doctor. He's just got like these cool bull horns and aside from the aesthetic of like the mask and all that, he's looking, it seems like after a little conversation he had with Coomer lately, and it looks like he's looking for vengeance. So very excited to follow that up. But also excited to see where all of this goes with the crows and potentially burning all of this place down. Anyway, so yeah, Geef, tell us about you.
Hi, my name's Alan. I go by Geef on Twitch. It means give in Dutch. I'm not Dutch. It's a long story. I am currently playing Shmooze in this wonderful campaign, who is essentially me IRL, but far more handsome, actually. He's far more attractive. He's everything. He's the whole package, except that he's garbage in combat. So I compensate by talking a whole bunch, which I do anyway. The last episode, we had a thrilling moment, where I actually got to put said silver tongue to use, and it was fantastic. We didn't die, so that's good. Yay! Really looking forward to see how this plays out. I am a variety caster on Twitch, strong focus in actually pretty much anything that's not Fortnite, really. But I've been playing a whole bunch of Dead by Daylight and a whole bunch of Hunt Showdown, both of which are fantastic games. Highly recommend you check them out. Today I'm going to do a bit more of that later, and I'm hoping to finally check out a card game which won't go named, but someone here has interest in it. So I'm hoping to check that out today on stream. Should be good. Wish me luck. Other than that, that's me. Speaking of, I'm going to pass you over to PanikKontrol. We'll tell you more about himself and what he does, and why he is so handsome and black and white.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. Yeah, the black and white thing's just been a thing forever. It is.
You're a Cody sub. It makes sense.
I can't stop. Yeah. I stole it from somebody after asking permission and took my own spin on it. Yeah, it's good shit. So yeah, hi. I play a character named Whip. Whip is a spider. He has plans within plans within plans within plans, and the thing that he doesn't do well often is accounting for the fact that, well, you can de-risk a situation sometimes when things go horribly. The person on the other end of the story is a DM, not the chaotic nature of the universe. So it's been fun to see and to actually struggle with what Whip wants to happen, which really, at the end of the day, is protect his friends and to get out of a shitty situation. Yeah, it's been a ride, and I'm really interested to see how the next little bit goes. At the end of the last episode, Whip took another trauma. I have 2 traumas now. I have obsessed with an idea of gaining power through non-human means, and I am now haunted by my visions of the immortal throne that the Emperor sits on that was given to me when I compelled a ghost to go to 6 towers and never come back, because somebody that we killed tried to come back through Fox's enemy / fuck buddy's tied up body in her room that we had captured, tried to be possessed by, I believe, Frost, the leader of the Void, which we had already killed in episode 2. Spoilers. So yeah, that was a whole thing. And now I took a second trauma, and now I have no stress, which is great. Oh, no, but I did take stress. And then Fox and Whip relieved some stress together. And I almost overindulged, but I took a devil's bargain that halved my stuff. So yeah, anyways.
Fun days, am I right?
Yeah, lots going on with everybody. But yeah, you can call me Panic, you can call me Mitch. Some of you know me as Riot Polybius. I work at Riot Games as a day job, so I get some crossover audience. But yeah, I'm gonna hand it to. We kind of started with Coomer, but do you wanna say anything else about Coomer before we go back to Eric? Bubs?
Yeah, Bubs.
Playing
Bubs,
Coomer.
what do you do? Are you a streamer?
I do from
Yeah,
time
what
to
do you
time,
do?
once in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you stream?
yeah,
Where
I mean,
wow.
you?
Where do you stream?
Look, I know I'm small potatoes on the internet, all right, but I really like my corner over here, as said in chat, at twitch.tv/TheBubbernaut, where I do things like this occasionally, once in a while. But I'm playing Coomer. Coomer is a hound, and he is distraught right now. He feels like his family has lost their way, and they've missed the reasons why we started this in the first place. So he's trying to, I guess, shelf the burden on his own back and let them figure out this answer, the answer that they can discover or find before they all end up dead. That's a big fear.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So this is where we're going to pick up for the start of session 5. Is a quick little vignette. It's about the delivery drivers and the lorry near that old antiquated manor. We see the
Oh no.
the two lorry drivers, like tip their hat to somebody who's standing in the ostensibly the doorway after a job of delivering it in. And then the camera kind of goes over their shoulder, and we can see inside that there's a trio of sisters, all kind of like standing all creepily pale, wearing kind of even older style of clothes for even Doskvol at this time. A little bit of little sister vibe going on there. And the lorry drivers look kind of like creeped out, and they're like, one of them says, we should just get out of here. And then it cuts back over to the big wide expansive shot of Crow's Foot itself. Kind of get the Game of Thrones kind of overlook of the building buildings rising up. And then we see it kind of land on the first sub-district here of Bagley. And that's where we see a bunch of people mobilizing. And by people, I mean the crows. No, they're the crows because they all have these little gray, either like cloaks or like there's some sort of like same color gray uniform symbol, as little tiny 13-year-olds are running around like spreading word to the bigger lieutenants on corners about something going down. And you can see them all kind of going to open up their separate arm stashes that are stashed around different places. So like you see like one coming out of a wardrobe. You see another person like flipping over a mattress. You see someone go over to a gutter. And you see people grabbing their guns as something's assembling. So while that's all going on, I think we should have a scene with us either reconciling or doing something with Coomer. And I would leave it open to maybe it's Coomer's choice of who finds him somewhere, or is Coomer's back. But I'm kind of open to how this gets set up, because kind of left Coomer off on a, Coomer's kind of away, wasn't part of that mission. Sure. So that this could be coming back, or if you something like that, or if someone has a great idea, it could happen there. Maybe it's like at the park again that we described, or maybe somewhere else.
Are we going like right into the immediate time after, or
no? This is sometime after, and like right now there's other things happening while this is happening. So, but you're okay.
Okay.
Don't feel rushed.
Okay, then I guess it's gamer's choice here. I'll let you guys decide who finds me. I have probably spent the last few nights racking my brain with how I'm going to remove these artists, and likely just crashed, just completely exhausted, still like in heavy armor getup, just falls and is knocked out, just like passed out completely unconscious. So you guys, you determine who finds me.
Who of the group cares the most about?
Oh,
Coomer?
Fox, we know. That's
Me.
Okay.
Even though I haven't been very caring.
So when you say you pass out, you're not even back at the lair. You're
in the
like,
sewer.
No,
right?
I probably have come back to the lair.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
it's like mapping out. If you would likely find me like face down, maybe have grabbed something to just try to cushion the blow, but it's likely like the fingers would be dirty from trying to scriven out this weird, bizarre sewer map and things like that. But it clears there's some kind of upper machinations happening. You just can't really determine what that is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Chat, just a quick reminder. Yeah, what Coomer was doing was trying to find a good location for the orphans. That could also kind of serve as maybe an additional lair, and that would either involve kicking off some refugees who are here, squatting in the sewers, or some like a little like artist refuge. Enclave. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so I think we see a scene then of Fox. Is this like do you knock on the door? Do you go in like?
Oh, I had like envisioned he's just like in the living room, like
no, it's
dead.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Oh
okay.
yeah. So it's like, all right, let's set the scene. Fox, after witnessing Sever completely fuck up Chalet in ways I can't even and don't even want to describe anymore, I'm gonna assume he's dead. He's dead, isn't he? He's fully dead.
No, he's not dead.
He's spaghetti fingers though on
He's
one hand.
He's just mutilated.
He's mutilated. And
He's dead
mostly
to me.
unconscious.
He's literally dead to me. That's
he's
it.
basically like a Saw victim at the start of a movie, like right when they're waking up. Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought
Dead
it
to me. He's dead. He's just
I
dead.
thought you would have liked the improvements.
Okay.
Dead. Anyway, just so distraught. I think makes her way downstairs to like get a snack or like rummage around. I don't know. She's just fucking out of her goddamn mind. And she sees Coomer just like face planted into the floor, just like planked down.
A little bit of drool.
Yeah, drool just sliding, just out and
totally
about.
clogged, just totally out.
And she's like, she's not really sure what to do, so she just keeps getting closer. Coomer. Coombs. My little Coomby. And she gets like closer and closer. And she just kind of like straddles, because he's a very large dude. Kind of straddles where the neck is because she's so small. And she kind of like lifts his head up like this. She's like, Coomby. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? And she's like kind of like shaking him up a little bit.
You would see, like, as you're looking at the face, the bags under the eyes, Coomer looks pretty exhausted, pretty tired. Likely starting to startle. He will start the initial, like, almost Snorlax-like roll as he tries to get to his side.
Hi, Coomby. Why are you so tired? Where have you been? We missed you.
Kind of like rubbing his eyes with his wrist. You see his hands are probably just
your hands
wrecked.
are fucking
Caked
gross.
in blood. Yeah.
They're fucking
absolutely
disgusting.
wrecked.
Yeah. You know he's been fighting. Like, you know he fought because you know what that looks like. Of anyone in the group, you absolutely know what dusted up knuckles look like.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything. So what have you been doing, Coomby? Picks up a couple of hands. What have you been up to?
Coomer doesn't really say anything. It's like he doesn't want to throw a tantrum or anything, but he's much more silent than normal. Like, he doesn't even want to look you in the face.
Fox notices that Coomer doesn't want to look at her in the face, so she puts his hands down. You know, Chalet is dead. Dead to me. So, Sever's kind of doing whatever he wants to do. It's like a human puppet situation. It's not pretty. It's very ugly and awful. This is awful. And I know you're
ambient background sound of like a rotary saw turning on.
Yeah, see, nothing
Power
to
tool.
worry about. It was just hard to say goodbye, and I know you're mad at me. It was just really hard to say goodbye. It's been Chalet and Lily. Oh God, Chalet and Fox. I broke it.
That's
Fuck.
too real.
Shipping yourself with these characters. Look,
I am. I
what
love
you do on your own
Chalet.
is that's you. I don't want to.
Listen, if I want to write fan fiction about Chalet, I'm gonna fucking write fan fiction about Chalet.
I mean, you do it.
She'll do it.
I'll fucking do it. Anyway, Chalet and Fox. Fox and Chalet. We like hate each other, but we have passionate sex on a trash can. It was very romantic. But I just had to say goodbye. And whatever. I know you're mad at me and I shouldn't have done it. And I'm sorry. Give me, I'm sorry. Puppy dog pout. Boom.
I think Fox was loud enough. If anyone else wants to feel like coming into the scene, you have permission. But
Does anybody?
Thought about it. No, I'm good.
Experimenting at the moment.
I think.
Yeah, I
I
heard
think,
rotary saw, so
I think while this is going on, I've been talking to
like
Shmooze,
Krieger.
and
yeah, from Archie interest.
I think I kind of let Shmooze know, I'm like, hey, you and I need to have a talk a little bit later. But and we can flash forward through this, but basically I ended up getting my book back that I loaned him that he had in case he needed it for the meeting. And I want to, because I hear all the yelling, I want to show up at Coomer's door with the book visibly in hand and knock on the door with the book as Lily's yelling about.
I mean, they're in the living room.
Yeah,
we're
we're
just
in the
go
living
up.
room.
There's
So I'll,
no,
come
there's no knock
downstairs
on
with
the
it.
door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come downstairs with it.
Yeah.
And kind of I don't know, give Lily Fox this very interesting look for half a moment as she's yelling that I think only the audience may interpret as I don't know. It's weird. It's why are you yelling? But also it's oh, there's that thing that happened. I don't know. It's just like you can interpret it a lot of different ways, but it's definitely a look. And then he sits down right across from Coomer, like right across the shitty table in the living room from Coomer, and just kind of lets her keep yelling. And he's holding the book in his hand.
So at this point, have I succeeded in removing the threat, or do we have to, go through like our own little mini heist of sorts to remove the?
I think you
artists?
finished that clock, right?
For
Yeah.
the kids.
Did I finish
Did
it?
you?
I don't remember if I finished it or not.
Should be a personal project clock, and yeah, you did. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
you started at 1, and then I thought you got to 3 with it. Oh no, you got 2, and then you got the other 2, and it was a 4 o'clock. And that's what you did. You had the choice of these are the 2 spots that you think you could take. It's just a question. But it doesn't mean that you get it. It
Yeah.
just means that yes. So I think the answer to your question then is yes. There has to be like a score or something
Sure.
done
Gotcha.
to push these people out.
Okay.
Maybe it's just done in free play, but something has to done. You don't have the place yet.
Okay.
Right.
Then.
I want Sever to just like come in at this moment with like the buzzsaw and just like his apron, his rubber apron, just kind of covered in like blood.
Making your way to the
Like,
kitchen.
Yeah. No, like he
Make yourself a
hears
sandwich.
like in between like buzzsaw silence when it's like off. It's like, oh. So yeah, he like comes in, he's covered in blood, and he's like, Coomer, you're back.
Holding the buzz.
Yeah. Huh. We've missed you.
Is it still daylight? Or night? Or is it like pitch outside? Is there still visibility?
Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty friggin' bright right now.
Okay.
Probably the brightest part of the day.
Okay,
So you have like
Um,
an hour of real good daylight.
sure. Then Coomer will try to sidle up to his feet, seeing if Fox is. I mean, if she's just going to ride the mountain all the way to a standing point, I don't really know what's happening here. She might just drop down because I thought she was still just kind of hovering over the top of
Yeah,
him.
no, I'm gonna just continue to be on your shoulders.
It's like a parrot.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I kind of look around for my things, and I'll set her down, and then I'll grab the shotgun, and you guys
Don't I get
might
to come with you?
notice that some of the things here, because some of the kids' things that we had brought here are now gone.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I leave it up to everyone here subjectively, but like, who notices?
Oh,
Who's gone so far that like that part of them is like, oh, who noticed themselves missing it is like really the question.
No, Fox hates kids.
Missing
So you
what?
just didn't even pay attention. Some of the kids' toys that would be scattered around the living room and stuff aren't there.
Yeah.
They're missing. And so the question that I posited that basically Dave gave me Bubbernaut gave me the amazing alley oop here is like, how many of you? Basically, I'm asking how many of you all still care about these kids that enough that you remember that and would notice that these things would be missing.
I would
Sever
have
would
noticed. I would have noticed that there was less people around to touch my stuff, and Dusk would have asked the question, "Didn't we have people here?" No. Seems. Doesn't matter. That's pretty much what it would have been.
It's
back
from
to
the
just
top of the
looking at your
stairs.
clothes.
Like yelling in an
Yeah,
empty
look-
room.
No,
not
wait. No. Oh my god. Shmooze is laying on his bed, flipping through a fashion magazine.
Yeah.
The latest style.
Pretty much. Yeah. Flipping through it. I like that style. I don't like those pants. That frock looks amazing. Yeah, I'm going through those things. Isn't it?
I think this is probably the
Why?
I can hear myself think about shoes.
watches,
No,
hats.
fine. This goes back to it. Yeah.
I think Whip doesn't notice, probably because he doesn't like going up and downstairs very much because his legs all fucked up, and this is the first time he's been in the living room, and he really he's waiting for Coomer to get up, but he's also really intent on the thing that he wants to say, which in his own mind is still taking care of the kids, but he hasn't he's lost that detail of it. He just doesn't notice because he's right there.
If nobody even says anything, so this is the first time I've seen them in probably a few days. like bags under eyes, just racked and rot with lack of sleep, bloodied knuckles and fingers and dirt. I'll just put Fox down and grab the shotgun and I'll leave. I'll go back to it.
I think Sid would stop you for sure.
Yeah, I would.
He would notice that.
Get in the way.
Well, no, I think he would notice and he would bring it up and say, Sever, Coomer, where have you been? Last we spoke, one of the last things you said was that Helker is coming. Where are all the toys?
He pauses for a moment, and he actually kind of affixes on you, since you're the first person to ask in as many as like 2 or 3 days. Now go on. I'm moving
Gone.
him.
That's good. That's actually very good. Are they safe?
Not yet.
What exactly is going on with Helker?
He points to his mouth again, and then he points to Fox. Like, help me.
Can you stop tugging at my fucking heartstrings? I'm a human. I have emotions.
Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
I like that all of you are emotionally unavailable characters.
I think that what Coomer's trying to say is that Sergeant Helker, and he looks Coomer very directly in the eyes. He says Sergeant Helker visited the orphanage when Fox and Coomer were there. They told us about it. He threatened to come for us, and if he comes for us, he comes for the kids. And the whole thing, which is on me, a long time ago, before this all went down, before we murdered the Void and all of this, Coomer walked out on even getting involved over the kids. And what we did is we promised him that we would take care of him and the kids, and we would figure it out. And frankly, we haven't. And Helker could show up in 5 minutes with more bluecoats than we can count, and we're fucked. So, and he's kind of like hobbling across the room as he talks to everybody about this. He says, Coomer, I was the one who talked to you even before that discussion about keeping everybody safe, and that is absolutely including the kids. So what I want you to do is, if you need help from us doing what you're doing right now, you let me know and we will make it happen. But those kids are also safe if none of us know where they are. If you need help getting them to a final place, that's one thing. But right now, I just need you to take care of yourself so you can take care of them, so we can take care of you. And
hold on a second.
He pulls the book out real quick. He pulls the book out and he says, this is everything that we have that has driven us this far.
Don't I have that book, sir?
No, I got it from you earlier.
Did you?
Yep.
It's my stuff now.
No, we already flashbacked to that. I mentioned that earlier.
Oh yeah, we did. We did. Okay, yeah. Just once you can have that.
Yeah, you had your chance to speak up. And I hand it to Coomer and I say, you know what this is. I said, I'm not asking you to hold this for me. I'm asking you to use this how you see fit, because that is the absolute best use for it right now and in the future.
Well, hold on a second. Why are we leaving something like this to Coomer? We grew up in that same orphanage.
If he doesn't want to tell us what he's doing, we can't force him. We've obviously made him feel like he can't tell us something. Think bigger picture, Sever.
Well, perhaps maybe we should be thinking why he can't tell us what is wrong with us here.
Coomer just throws his hands up, and then you get some. He angry. He says, "You forget, we're kids too." Just gotta remember, we're 17, 18-year-olds. We're all kids too.
We established that if anyone understands you, it's always going to be Fox. first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like Fox knows exactly what Coomer's saying.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, I like to play non-emotional characters because I'm such an emotional person.
Yeah, man.
All right.
As this is going on, I'm like pressing the book into Coomer's hand.
Fox is oh no, you go first. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say,
Okay.
saying like, you can use this for the kids, you can use this for us. This is my gesture to you that this is the most important thing that we have. Here you go. I don't know what else to tell you. And he Whip is just at a loss at this point.
Okay. So
I think Sever is actually going to snatch that book, and he's going to say, "This should be all of us, not just on him."
Do you want to let him snatch the book, Coomer?
It's like I'm looking at this, but I haven't quite grabbed it.
Yeah, I got that same picture, but
I don't want to
thank you
let
for
you
Yeah,
snatch it.
and Sever's not trying. And Sever's not trying to like hold on to it. He's just making a gesture with it. It's like this is all of us. We got this. We can choose what to do with this.
What if
We
I
shouldn't
don't
just
want you to
pass this
snatch it,
on.
though?
As you've said, all of us, I would like that moment actually for me to open the door upstairs, be like, oh my god, finally there's noise. Those kids, but oh, that's what we're missing. Kids, yeah. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? And then I see the book being passed in town and go, oh, okay.
it's my stuff.
Don't say anything. I just want to come downstairs and just I'm like, continue. You said all of us. I feel like I got to be in here, so I've just inserted myself in. Don't you worry. So yeah, I want to come downstairs and see what's going on.
There's an old like ratchety leather chair or something that used to be nice. That it's like absolutely your chair. You know, like I feel like you're the type of person who has your chair. You know what I mean in the living room.
His spot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very particular. Yeah, exactly. And I want to go sit in my leather ratchet chair.
You sit in your chair.
Cross my legs and just watch. And listen.
You see Whip consider like you can see him if we're going with this in the snatch. If you see him like consider physical violence, like it crosses his face for a second, and then he looks pointedly at Coomer and he says, "That is yours now. Like I just said, that's your property. The contents are yours. You do with it what you will. You don't trust me to do the right thing with that anymore. It's literally the most valuable thing that we have that can either save us or those kids or both. But it's yours. So you can deal with him. You can let him read it, whatever. It's out of my hands now, and I'm not going to try to control that situation anymore. But you need to recognize the value of what he's holding, Coomer. That's my way to contribute if you don't want my help."
Exactly, Coomer. I could sell that for so many coins. Do you even a bad time? Okay, well,
Frustrated,
Shut up already!
goes right over to Fox, and he gets down like on her level.
You're ruining my whole plan. Go on. Fine. I'll rework it. Go.
And he very slowly, if we die, who cares for them? We are family.
Fox, although not emotional, she kind of she starts like getting really upset, and she like hugs Coomer, and then she looks at everybody else in the room. You guys are fucking idiots. It's all or nothing. We don't want to die. The kids don't want to. Nobody wants to die. So the book is not one person's. It's not yours, Whip. It's not yours, Shmooze. It's not yours, Sever. It's not mine. I don't even want it. It's ours. So
I'm
we're
saying
here.
it's
Coomer,
ours.
Shut up. I don't care. Shut up. We're
Sever like
Coomer
tosses the
goes-
book into the middle of the circle.
Oh my god! I
of
thought you were
people.
gonna say a fire.
No. He's tossing it in the middle of the room, like
On the table.
in between stuff. Yeah. Again, I agree. It's ours.
Shut up! This isn't about you, Sever. Where Coomer goes with the kids, we all have to go. I made a mistake because I'm an idiot, and I know that. And we need to get out of here quickly. Go get your stuff, Shmooze. Go get your stuff. Go get it. Go get your stuff.
All right, Fox, look, here's the deal. First of all, and he gets really cold when he says this, and Whip looks at everybody and says, that book can belong to whoever now. It was mine, and I gave it up. If y'all want to fight over it, it's just a fucking waste of time. But sure, go ahead and do that. What that thing can do is protect those kids. What also protects those kids is none of us except the few who need to know, which right now is just fucking Coomer. So we don't need to know where those kids are. We don't need to go to them. He follows us. Coomer's been working on his own. I get it. We forced him to it, and that was a bad decision that Sever, you are right. We need to fix that and have a conversation as a family about that later. But right now, the thing that we can do to support Coomer is if he asks for our help, fucking listen, and to give him the tools that he needs that aren't us being around him or the things that he's trying to protect, because obviously that hasn't worked. So Coomer, the book is fucking yours. You do with it what you want. You tell me if you need help. Y'all can just stand in the living room and yell, but this is not the time for that. And Whip just like busts out the door. Like he's gone. Like limping, not making it very far, but he's so frustrated by that sort of
So
what he sees as
emotional.
nearsightedness. He's just gone.
I would like Shmooze to make a very obvious head notion that I'm watching you leave. I start to rise from the chair and think, nah, fuck it. And just sit back down and then continue to listen because I'm interested in all of this. Not because it's stuff, but because I understand that it is important. And yes, of course, stuff, but mainly important.
Coomer, you don't need to ask me. I'm on your side on this.
I need help.
I know.
Hold up his
Ox
hands.
was just crying.
I can't do it alone. I'm one. I need all.
What is wrong with all of you? Exactly. Coomer's asking for help, and we're just sitting here.
I'm crying.
I think it's an interesting question, Sever. You're asking what's wrong with us when we're street urchins in the middle of a city where everyone hates us, and you're asking what's wrong with us. Interesting question. However, we've been through a lot together, so despite you touching my stuff, I will... Wherever you go, I go. You know, I'm garbage in a fight, but if there's someone you need to talk to, well, you may as well let me do it because we all know that you can't really talk. So, may as well take me. So, I'm with you, mate.
I thought me being with you is implied when I yelled "fuck you" to everybody. I didn't.
Yeah. I got you.
Sorry, sometimes it's not clear.
Cool. And then just how life never lets you do anything easily. That's when you hear the sounds of your gang coming up the stairs telling you that you got company and that the crows are here. It's time to do the next job. So you all get geared up, ready to go help Coomer. And the city's like, hell no. You tell him to piss off? Like, what do you do? Like, is that cool? Do you recognize that this is business and that you need to do this first, or?
Coomer has no idea about the crow thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You all
we
got
never
to
got a
explain
chance
that.
to tell him.
Now, so I guess you have a couple moments to catch up, Coomer.
It's like, we got a
but
job
yeah.
from the crows, and I'm just like, what?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Shmooze didn't tell ya. So we got this
Yeah.
nifty gig with the crows.
Yeah, so when they come in, yeah. Hey, big guy. Sorry, I was really busy when we came back. You know, magazines to read and all that. I don't know where to begin. Short version, we actually might have a place for ourselves, plus the kids.
He's confused.
Long
Look.
version, we need to do some stuff for the crows for that place for ourselves and the kids. However, big plus, we won't be doing it completely unaided. We will have some materials and tools. Yeah, think of the kids. Yeah, go kids. Woo! Yeah. Hey, where's Whip? I'm gonna go find him. I'll be back. I don't know where he's gone, so you just hang tight.
It's very smooth talker.
He's getting up and leaving, like it's sinking in, and it's just like looking over at Sever, and then looking back to Fox, and Fox is still like being strong.
Yeah,
it's just like
I can smooth talk anyone, but not Coombs. He terrifies me. He's a big he's a giant man.
So
I'll be done.
Right. So you all had this heart to heart. Then this job shows up at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
And you all are just gonna be like symbolically like, we're with you in spirit, Coomer. Bye. Like what do you do? Like how does this work?
Before he juggernauts a wall, like just out of this building, he just looks to Fox and Sever and says that crows don't care about your kids. And he leaves. He just walks out. Won't take a message at all from the lackeys or whomever.
I feel like I walked out the door and the crows were like standing out there being like, hey, it's time to do the thing. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of like a bad time. And then
Well,
maybe
they don't know
even
who
like
you are.
Coomer. I mean, they know that I came out of the hideout, right?
Right, but
I'm
you
like,
could have just been anybody.
Hey. Yeah, like I know about the job, and I'm like, oh, is this really the best time? Is it, and then Coomer walks out, and then he walks into like probably all of that going on because there's only one door, right?
Yeah.
It's only been a few minutes
before he juggernauts another one, but yes.
Yeah, right. But like now and I'm like, Coomer, just this like, we gotta like.
Yeah. I was on the way out to find Whip, and as you walk in, you see the whole Coomer thing. I look at you and go, no, I'm on it. Just give me a second, okay? Don't let him go anywhere. And because it's pretty obvious, we know. Yeah. And I walk out the door and I see the crows there. Correct? They're all standing outside.
Not all of the crows. Like an emissary, right? Has come here. Typically, it would have been like the Void, but now they don't have that. It's not like Bell or anybody, but it's not Surge, or not Breaker. But it's just another de facto person we saw in that sort of intro vignette of people grabbing guns, being like the closest one in Bagley, telling you like, "Yo, get your shit. Let's, it's time to roll out." Meet us to the corner of Stone and whatever, right? The password is blah blah blah.
Do you have the supplies for us? We agreed upon that there would be some supplies and weapons to be able to help us. Do you have those?
They literally don't answer stupid questions and just leave. I'm just kidding. Yes, they say, yeah, of course.
Okay, and they walk away. Okay, cool. Bye. Thanks. Fuck. Okay. I walk back inside. Hey, Coomer, how would you feel if I told you that we actually do have a place for the kids where they'll be totally safe with us, just like this, no blue coats? What would you say to that?
Yeah.
Fascinating question. However, look, I gave you the short version, but let me give you the long version, and let me give you a bit more heart-to-heart on this one, because otherwise you're just going to walk out of here, as you tend to do, and you look a little worse for wear right now, so please don't do that, because we care about you. So, in your absence, myself, Fox, and Sever managed to have a chat with the leader of the Crows. Actually, is she the leader? No, she is.
Second in command.
Second in command.
Lissa is the leader.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we managed to have a chat with the second in command of the Crows, Belle. Lovely individual, amazing office. Oh, the baubles, Coomer. Anyway, look, you don't care. But we had a chat with her. We agreed that in cooperation with helping them with a small task, we would be granted, essentially, the city, a place to stay, safe haven, blue coats can't touch us, all the room for the kids, a bigger place, something that's not run down with rain coming through the holes in the roof and the rats everywhere. And God, we hate the rats. A bigger stuff, more place, but most importantly, somewhere where they don't know where we are, somewhere where the kids are safe, somewhere where they can actually maybe have a little bit more than life rather than one bedroom between 6 of them. Something a little bit better. And all we've got to do is help them out with something. It's actually pretty easy, and it aligns with our interests anyway. I know that's not exactly the way that you planned it, but I can promise you it's a better future than the one you had hoped for. Because whatever you had in mind for them, it wouldn't have been what we can have now. What was your, I'm not going to assume what your best dream was, but most likely something along the lines of, oh, just a little bit better a place where the bluecoats can't touch us. We can have more than that. And to achieve this, we need your strength. We need you. We need all of us together, because without that, mate, we're completely fucked. And the kids will die. I don't want that. I know that they're noisy, loud brats sometimes, and they touch my things incessantly. But we have a chance to actually have something safe, something secure. I know you want that. I want that. We all want that. And it's preferable to death. So, please, you've trusted us our entire journey, our entire life together. Trust me again here. Trust all of us again here. The kids will have somewhere safe. I bet it with my life. Literally. And that's more important to me than any stuff in the world.
Do we have any kind of like writing utensils at all? Anything at all? Like crayons or...
yeah, you have a little bit of...
There's a pen in my book. You could just flip open to a page in the book that's probably still sitting on the table and just write whatever you wanted.
Right on the walls.
I'll do that. I'll grab that pen and I'll tear a page out of the book, and I will write on that page, doing the best I can. The crows don't care, never have. Only we've cared. Don't, and then it'll be ended with like we would be kings of nothing.
We don't need to be, we're kings of nothing, true, but safe, secure. No one would know where we are. We're not under any persecution from the bluecoats. We would be safe. The kids would be safe to actually grow up and have a normal life. Kings of nothing may be, but safe, yes. I would choose safety. Kings of nothing is a bonus, but I will choose safety and security and the ability to have a normal, well, what's left, or whatever normal life we may be able to have. And, if the kids, have a chance to have a better upbringing than the one they've got currently, as if you're not going to take that.
He flips the paper over and just quickly writing, they will become what we have become.
Not true. Not true at all. We will be directly involved with them closer because we have a safe place. We don't have to worry so much. Not the case. We have more of a say. We have more of an ability to nurture them and care for them. I know I'm horrible at it. And I know I pretend they're not here half the time. Grimy bastards.
With the rest of the page, then who's calling for us now? And slams it down on the table with a pen.
The kids are calling for us.
Then he points out the door to the crows.
How long exactly would that safety actually last? Coomer's right, the crows don't care about them. They'll happily sell them out to the bluecoats if it ever comes down to it.
Our options are...
Be fine. I'm be fine.
You're not going to be fine. I can see you. You look like that one time I got captured by that swinging couple. You do not look good.
And no crows.
Crows will help.
I come back.
Give us
I'll come back.
in a casket. Sure. Don't be stupid here. If we do this, kids are safe. If you go alone, there's no guarantee they're safe, and there's no guarantee you come back. Use your head, big fella. The options are work with them here, take the supplies I've got, ensure the kids' safety, ensure their survival, or you go alone, maybe they live, and definitely you die. They're not going to be out there for another week or another 3 days. This isn't going to take long. Especially with you, this is not going to take long. If you go out looking for them, you're not exactly inconspicuous.
I don't know if Coomer would be receptive to it. It's
Surely he understands that.
He understands that there's a chance, and he knows what you're saying, right? But like from his experience, it's probably every gang that we've seen, they've all ended up dead unless you're sitting behind a desk.
Yeah, and we'll have our own desk. We know the gang has probably worked at the level of leadership that we have with them.
And what about the Void? We took their spots, and they died. Think.
To us. Yeah, they died. To us. It's only us. It's us and them at this point in time. I know that this is a hard sell for you, obviously. But if you go alone on your sojourn, you look at the odds, mate. I know math's not your strong suit. God, it's not mine. But please, think about this. If you go alone, you die, kids may be safe. Maybe. You extend that for a few more hours with us, kids are safe, you live. Take the guarantee over the maybe. Also death. Please think about this. Please, please, please. If you really, 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 absolutely, positively need to go alone, I want to go with you. But if we say no to the crows right now and we double cross them, that's if we weren't fucked before, we will be then.
Yeah.
Please trust me.
And if he's wrong, you could always murder him.
Yeah, not preferable, but yes, I suppose you could always do that. Look, I'll even let you touch my stuff. One singular stuff.
But if you kill him, you get to touch all of his stuff.
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. He knows. Okay, he's a turning. Please.
I'll listen. That's it. I'll listen. And he just sits, arms crossed. He's just gonna wait.
Sever kind of like reaches out and just hugs his shoulder with his hand, just reassuringly.
He probably jumps a little at that, just from focusing. Just it's like that lurch when you're not expecting someone to touch you. Just like he's very tense.
Yeah, but if you were to like look up, you see like the plague doctor mask, and it's like kind of glinting through the little eye socket things. It should be calming, soothing-ish, maybe.
Then I wait. I wait for Whip and the crows.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the crows aren't going to be coming anymore. They told you to meet at the corner of Stone and Moorcroft.
Okay. Then,
right. They said, get your shit. Let's go. So, like, you're kind of like assembling when that's what this chat was happening. You were kind of like walking out on the group. While Shmooze was like walking faster and trying to get in front of you, trying to talk you down. At least that's how it was.
So we're going to have to get this mission and go right into it right away.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you don't have time to go help the kids.
Fuck.
Unless you do. Unless you want to screw off the crows. That's what
that was.
The crows don't care about your timing.
No, they don't.
The crows, you know what I mean? They don't operate around you. Your calendar.
Yeah. That was the argument that I made, that if we double cross them, then we're just come on.
I'm not.
No, it
Shmooze,
totally
you were
makes sense.
awesome. You were explaining it perfectly, being like, look, I know it sucks. I know the crows suck, but this gives us the power to affect the change that we want. We can actually, I know it's super dangerous, but if we do this one dangerous job, then we can help those kids because we're gonna be we're gonna be in the clear. We're gonna be friends with the crows. We're gonna run this thing. We have the power. Like it's super convincing. Like it's super good. But also it's like, but also means you have to do this job. And it's super dangerous. I
was just essentially trying to.
This is like every heist movie or like every movie, right? Where it's like, but if we do this one thing, we don't have to do it again. We actually have the power.
Yeah. I was basically trying to convince him of that. Like, I don't really even get more stuff out of it. I'm just saying that it's safety and
control. It's control over your life.
Exactly, control, which we've never had until this point. And even for someone who's just a very all about possessions and a total narcissist, I totally understand that having some control in our life is better than something we don't have currently. I would like some control rather than none.
Yeah, you'll swallow the medicine. Like, of course you will, right? Because this is perfect.
Right.
But but of course Coomer's like, but the risks though. That's what makes it so good. Do you think Shmooze needs to roll here to like convince you here, like as a friend to do this, or do you think were you convinced?
Yeah,
his role play.
I think his roleplay is strong. I don't give me a mechanic here. Let me see. I want to see.
Sure.
I want to see Shmooze do it.
Yeah, like I always want to ask first, like, hey, like, because was that enough? Like, was it?
I knocked that out of the park.
No, you did great. You really did.
You did,
but like,
sure.
Coomer's definitely thinking about just being like, yeah, let's go, and then fucking make the left when you guys make the right.
So here's the fun part of the game. Based on the action rating you picked, did you consort or did you sway? Were you lying the whole time to manipulate him, or were you actually being sincere?
That was a very rare moment of
Would
sincerity.
You tell him? Okay. Yeah.
I know you want to say I'm lying. No, because I know.
No, not at all. But it's up to you. It's based on your action rating. That's what it would insinuate.
Definitely a character-defining moment.
I'm gonna lie to him. So
you were being honest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
which is rare for
Shmooze. So like obviously this is some sort of resolve test, right?
Yes.
So my guess is then
really, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be consort. Sway would be if you were deceiving them.
Yeah, of course. True story. Okay.
You weren't commanding him.
No, I think it's resolved. It's consorting.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I'm trying to explain this. Look, I actually understand my life is at stake here. This is important. I'm not going to lie to you about it. It just needs to be full honesty.
Liar.
I also contribute to that because I sort of like.
We sort of need to stick this one.
Aren't Sever and Fox assisting on this because they were trying to convince Coomer as well?
Yeah, they would be, right?
They totally could. If someone wants to do, we can do a group action where you're leading it, or we could do one of you is helping with taking a stress and giving you a die. Let's do the mechanics here. How do you want to break it down? Obviously, Shmooze, you're the one rolling, so I think you can have we can talk about it as players. Yeah, but I'll just call for a roll here.
I want to say that was. Well, I don't know if I get the input in this one, but I want to say that was pretty controlled. We're all sitting in our living room.
Oh yeah,
it's right outside. But yeah. Of course, it's controlled, and the risks are or the effect is probably standard. But the question here is like, do you want to get extra dice from your friends helping you?
I
do,
kind of stuff? Yes, definitely.
Is the risk? I'm curious. Risk standard because like if Coomer thinks that he's compromised for the sake of getting more stuff, then he's just gonna bail. So does that just mean like risk is standard in this case? Because if it means that Coomer believes that he's just simply like trying to line his pockets because he knows that there's gonna be someone there to take the blows, then there's like he'll just move Shmooze out of the way.
Is this all? So this is all or nothing?
Yeah, I explained. If we don't go through with this, if we double cross them, we're dead. And actually, at no point during in my ramble did I mention that this is more money for me. I said, yeah, there is more of it, but really, it's just a safe haven. We're looking for survival here. We're not looking for riches. We're looking for survival.
It was the baubles when you were talking about Belle and her baubles.
I told you the baubles. It's more to show that the people that we're working with here
has money. They can do they can do things.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that that's how it's.
Coomer's interpretation might be a little different,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what part of this role is, right?
I don't think it would be much to convince Coomer, but
if you
it might be one of
fail,
those things.
it's disastrous.
Correct. Yes, it is.
Okay, so
what
then it's
was-
then I think it's desperate. Actually, it's desperate standard,
All right.
right? So you can achieve it, but if you fail, the risk is you lose your access to him, right? AKA Coomer. Walks off.
That's true.
You have to do a different approach.
Yeah, that is actually pretty true. So it's a position was desperate. You said.
Yeah, so it'd be desperate. So you're getting
So-
XP.
Question:
But,
do you want a bonus die for 1 stress from me, or do you just want to lead a group action where we all roll, the 3 of us roll, right? And then whoever rolls the best is the official one. But then I think you take stress for every one that fails.
Yeah,
I've
three
got-
minus. You take 1 stress.
How much was it?
So if you do a group action, and then that means Lily and Oz can both help you by rolling their own consorts.
Yeah.
However, if Oz or Lily would roll a 3 minus, you take stress.
I've got no stress right now, so I'm kind of happy with that.
Otherwise, you take the highest of your 3 rolls.
I'm.
Sounds
a lot
like
of
it's a
dice.
better. Sounds like it's a better shot.
Yeah.
Potentially.
What, the group roll?
Mhm.
Yeah, group actions are great.
It does. I agree with that. Sounds like a better role, and because you were all trying to convince him prior to me coming down the stairs, so I can't see why you would be involved.
You can't
Sorry.
assist somebody who's doing a group action, can you, Eric?
Because you bitched
Yeah,
out,
you
didn't you?
can.
Like, no, were you at the front? No, you'd be back
I'm outside.
inside. You walk back
Well, so
inside.
my thoughts are if we're talking game mechanics, Fox has
You can, but then you assist only 1 roll. You don't assist all rolls.
right. Fox
You
has
assist 1 person for 1 stress.
Fox has no dice and consort, so it would be better for her to assist somebody, and then Sever has 1, and Shmooze has 1. So then, if she gives 1, then you're rolling 3. If she doesn't, then you're rolling 2, and then 2 take the lowest, which
Okay.
increases her chances to fail. I'm asking basically if we can do that.
It's mechanically better, but how have you helped? How, like, that's the thing though.
No, I'm saying for Fox, it would be better for Fox to assist in this moment rather than roll as part of the group action.
As for that, I'm gonna roll.
All right, it's group action. Then.
All right, whatever.
Action. It's desperate. You said.
Yeah.
So that means we each get a tick for it. Okay.
So then you're gonna push yourself for another die, hopefully.
You can.
Yeah.
Lily, so on this roll right now, you're not going to take any stress for what you roll, but you're all going to be rolling 2 dice, 2d6s, and taking the lowest of them. And that's the
Okay.
result you're going to be giving to the group. You don't have to do that, but because like what Panic was suggesting, you can push yourself, which means you just take 2 stress and you roll 1 die instead of 2 lowest, basically giving yourself an extra die. Or you can ask for a devil's bargain, which would be a bad outcome that comes true no matter what.
I
But you
do
to die.
like terrible outcomes.
But it does increase your dice pool too.
Oh, let's do a devil's
it gives-
bargain.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
cool. All right. So then we get to...
I'd be curious about this devil's bargain as well.
Yeah, me too.
Well, here's the thing. So for devil's bargains, we can all put forward different ones about this. But I think the obvious devil's bargains to me, I'm not sure how to reflect it mechanically, but I really don't think. I feel like your relationship between Fox and Coomer is definitely strained.
Yeah.
Like you can't read them as well as you thought you did, like at the start of the game. Basically, you lose the familiarity you have with them.
This is going to affect the role play permanently, basically.
Right.
is-
You can no longer like just understand him, like just even at the start of this session today, where it's like you've been around Coomer enough that you of all of the group know exactly what he's saying. Like in the very beginning intro of how you were like, you could just read him and understand that you have to give that up. You can do a project to relearn it, assuming Coomer's around, but that connection you have, that language, that sort of like synergy thing is forever. It's strained too much that it's.
I'm not.
What?
I will not be taking it. So there, I failed. You take a stress. Sorry, Geef.
So that's like all or nothing, right? It's like saying if you don't succeed in this moment, then that door is closed off to you
I don't want that
semi-permanently.
No, it's true no matter what. succeed or fail, your goodwill and ability to
understanding.
read Bubs is no
Gotcha.
longer true. The language you have that you can talk to Bubs in a way that like no one else can is gone. You can do a project again to relearn it, but
that would only be if you take that bonus die.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what the die.
You can
that's
still
that's
opt
what
out.
I
rolls
don't
Roll
that
want
die.
it. I don't want it.
Okay, roll 2d6, take the lowest.
All right, what am I rolling? I'm
You
sorry.
you can push yourself.
Good
Though. You
sword.
can take 2 stress and roll
Yeah, you can
one
take 2 stress
instead.
instead.
Yeah, let's do that. No, I don't want. No, I want to roll the dice.
It's fine. Yeah, the failing of it means that you don't need the stress anyways. This is all going on Shmooze. So
Yeah.
need
So what
somebody
is
to
it?
succeed.
Desperate. It's desperate.
Oh, no.
yeah, desperate consort.
If you push
That's the
yourself,
standard.
Yeah.
we need
need
one
somebody
of
to
us to get a
succeed.
5 or a 6. At least at least a 4 or 5 or
Oh,
6.
but you gotta take a
Ideally
4.
6.
There's a 4.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a 4. So we're at a partial, but now it's
I hope,
Shmooze.
Geef, you gonna push yourself?
I guess. Hang on. How much dice am I taking here? 1 already.
Yeah, you're definitely
Hmm.
taking 1 already.
Yeah, I will. I've already take that 1 in. That's
Can
all.
Can I assist him with my foresight ability, Eric?
What does that look like?
When I took the book, I wanted to get to this earlier. This is part of the conversation that I mentioned that I wanted to have with him earlier, but we can flash back to it. When I took the book from him, he's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" I'm like, explained to him the plan, and then I said, "If anything were to happen to me, the entire group is going to be looking to you for leadership. So you're going to need to start stepping up sooner rather than later. You did a good thing with the crows, and I really appreciate it, but that's a trend that needs to continue." So I'm basically just like, it's almost like giving him inspiration, you know, of like him, like encouraging him to step up and be that people person.
Yeah, I want
For
to.
the group.
I'd tell him that it's not what I want. It's not ideal, but yeah, I understand.
So I'll do that without paying any stress, and then because that's my ability, and then I'll give you a bonus die.
Sure. Okay. So in that case? What am I then? I'm desperate.
Still desperate standard, but the amount of dice that you roll.
That's what I'm getting at now. Because now, what does that make it with his?
You get 2 bonus dice, 1 for pushing yourself if you push yourself, and 1 for my
Yes, I
assist.
will. Yeah. So I'm just.
No, it's a. You. Oh yeah. No, you're right. When you push yourself or accept a devil's bargain and help. Yeah, you're right. Here, 2 dice.
Oh, it's
2 bonus dice.
2 bonus die. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's do it.
A 6.
Yeah, I know.
So the end result of this roll is a 6. Means
All right.
Coomer's in. Coomer doesn't walk away.
Fuck yes. So I take 2 stress from that. Yeah, so I'm 3 in total.
Yeah.
Because it was the 1 from Sever. Yeah, cool.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Sometimes you
Huge
gotta-
sigh of relief. I unclenched. You needed a crowbar to part them, but now I'm good. Well,
Coomer's got a shotgun
All
for
right.
you.
Yeah, all right. Coomer, since we wanted to resort to a roll here, and with a 6, there's something about Geef's and your group's help that lets you stick around. And I guess we didn't talk about the intention of what success would look like here, Shmooze. But was your implication here to say like, come on board with us, Coomer, for this last job?
yes, correct. It was like we need
Last
you.
job. Yeah.
We need strength. Yeah, last job. Yeah, but you'll fuck us up. I know you will, Eric. It's okay. But yeah, no, I'm ready.
So something about it means that you should be giving them one more chance, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he will, and it's just one of those moments where it's like he reflects and he's like, I can't say no to family. So he bucks up, gets his shit together, and then he rolls out with the squad.
So good. Awesome.
Okay, out of curiosity, mechanics-wise, I'm curious how this works. So even though the roleplay was good, did it have to be absolutely top-notch to avoid that roll, or was that happening no matter what?
No, that was going to happen no matter what. As soon as Bubs said that, I'm not sure if that's enough to convince me.
Which is true because yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just curious
Because he's a player. As when I do PvP, I always first before go to the dice being like, are you capable of being convinced?
Yeah,
right? Like, is that even on the table, or is this just a cool roleplay scene of you hitting a wall, and like all of the nail bitey TV drama way, right? Or sometimes that I let the person who's being affected have control over the situation and consent to how they want to be handled, right? And provide you the avenue to do it. Right. Cool. So yeah, so then let's cut to the job. That's pretty dope. Okay, so the Crow's safe house is pretty nice. I think you knew about it beforehand. It's like this old mill covered in moss. That's like by the canal. And it's obviously like never been used, but I think it's just called like moss mill, or it's like kind of like what people would locally call it. And it's sort of the seat of the Crow's power in Bagley. Or more specifically, it's like where the Void would go to talk to the Crows in Bagley, right? If they didn't want to go walk the extra, 15 minutes to the Rookery or whatever, right? So anyways, so while we're at the Moss Mill, this is where we see the sort of like plans come out, right? Like the Crows unfurl a small little map. I think you see a map. It's actually mostly of the sewers under Bagley. As well as you can see several nice tier 2 guns, right? So some shotguns. Nothing as nice as the one that Coomer has, but there's certainly an arsenal at your disposal here for this job. So here, then we sort of get like the Jason Statham voice, like describing the mission of this part here, and it's like, so tonight we're hitting all of the red sashes, and the bat, like we're cutting the head of the snake. We're hitting him everywhere. And this one tonight, we're going to need you to go here. And he like points to the map. And this is like a single alley. This is literally called Draft Alley. It's known for being like this is Shank Alley. It's really bad. It's hard, and the Red Sashes have control over it. Everyone wants it because it's so like labyrinthine and it's easy to like lose blue coats in and stuff. It also has great access to the sewer tunnels. And that's what they need you here for, because specifically the access to the sewer tunnels get you to the Red Sashes sort of like money safe house. You're going to be part of the job. You're going to be part of the spear point attack, rather than hitting like a side stash house and like a drug den and stuff like that. No, you're going after the main stash, the main point of contact, basically the Moss Mill version of the Red Sashes, by ways of the sewers. But this is the access point they wanted to do. Okay, because apparently it's the easiest one. You don't really get to deliberate about this. This is basically their plan. They're telling you the plan rather than you getting to decide, right? And your job is to take out the Red Sashes in this alley. Basically, secure access to the sewer tunnel, and then follow them down, and they'll tell you the next part of the plan. You'll be responsible for sapping. Basically, you're going to be wrecking the defenses so they can get in and steal stuff.
Sorry, I'm just jotting this down. We're sapping the tunnels underneath where?
Underneath Bagley. Like so
Draft
specifically,
alley.
Yeah.
Draft alleys.
Yep.
Something
So
I want to note, Eric.
Yeah.
Because we're about to do engagement role planning and all that stuff, we have to
Yep.
pick load. One thing I want to point out is this is the first time that anybody in this episode, let alone anybody here, has seen Whip in at 6 load, which looks a bit weird because I had to have like Sever shore up my knee brace, leg brace even more with a couple extra screws and plates, and like you see him in a big coat with body armor just like hobbling along, like reinforced gloves, like the whole, like looking like a very slow walking tank almost. And I'm gonna take 6 load, and then the other thing I want to make sure that is noted while we're planning and for the rest of this thing is that I'm bringing the cohort with us. It's all hands on deck, and we're bringing our elite cohort of thugs, and they're just like in the planning meeting, they're probably standing outside, but like wherever I go, they go. They're like, I'm just like, hey, listen to me, do what I tell you to do while this goes on. Giving them the thing, but they are with the 5 of us. So it's plus what, 3 or plus 4, however many people it is.
Yeah, it's about half a dozen. So here, I just shared it in chat. Like these are the name of the points that like are kind of shown on the map, right? So the point here is that you're all currently standing in Moss Mill. That's the Crow's HQ. What you're going to be doing is you're assaulting Draft Alley to get sewer tunnel access to what's obviously the Red Sashes HQ for this mission, and sort of their HQ in Bagley. It's called the Brick Pile because it's an old masonry building. as in like they used to make bricks and stuff there, and it's basically been like it's a fortified compound. An actual assault plan through that is just suicide. So like you have to, they're hitting him from below.
Probably a bad time, but I should mention I got a Playbook Advancement last session.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably mention that.
Me
I was like,
too.
yeah, more than one of us had that.
I did as
Me
well.
too.
I think we all did.
Yeah,
Mine is a surprise.
Sorry to pump the brakes, but I just remembered that we have that, and I know what little I know is that this is quite a in-depth thing, is it not?
This
The
is
Playbook Advancement?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You
Playbook
just take an
Advancement?
ability.
Yeah, abilities are pretty significant. They can really change the game.
And I think now's a good time to actually have that, considering.
Yeah,
we're
you better
about-
fucking pick that, my friend.
pretty much. Yeah, it's like maybe just hey, Eric, hello. We haven't played.
Right, and
Yeah, if you
also
haven't
to
picked it, pick
answer,
it for everybody.
I wanted to answer a question in chat. CommonCat86 was asking, do you have to roll for the code to come? Sometimes you do. Certain groups have to. However, their crew has loyal cohorts, so they're ride or die for the group. But yeah, sometimes they're like, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
That's totally a problem.
Question
You don't
while
know about
while he's picking that, Eric,
Yeah,
is
what's up?
this the alley that Hoagie got lost in?
Oh, hey.
I never disclosed it was, but yeah, let's say it was. Sure. That sounds
Fuck.
good.
Love it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Eric. Okay, cool. So, I said before, I was like, Eric, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it, and he's done it. So, run me through this Playbook Advancement. This is in my head.
So you have a list of different abilities to choose from. A, your playbook, and then B, if you pick veteran, it could be from any other playbook. So you have a lot of different options here for you.
Right.
All
I
right.
need to start.
So let's just go through real quick. So you're a slide, you're a fast talker. Your playbook is geared towards being a good fast talker. Something we've already seen is Rook's Gambit. This is something that actually Panic's character has. He uses it for command, so he can use command instead of like a tune and stuff. Basically, it lets you use one skill in lieu of all others. It's pretty strong, right?
Yes.
Basically, you spend 2 stress to roll your best skill. That's always nice. You don't have a particularly great skill. I mean, your survey and sway are 2, but it's not like you have 3 dice in any stat or any thing. So maybe that's not the best. Let's go and continuing. You have Cloak-and-Dagger. So this is when you use I can actually put it in chat so we can
Thank
everyone
you.
can read it along around.
How do I
right?
link that so I can probably help you out there? Or you got
You can click the bells. The bell rings it in chat, right? So this is for when you're doing disguising. Basically, you can basically surprise people with your disguises. And anytime you're trying to manipulate and being covert, using a disguise or persona, pretending you're someone you're not, you get a bonus die. Super nice. But that's not really maybe not for you.
No.
Ghost voice is interesting. I'm not sure how you would have learned it yet, but you can talk to ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not sure how, and I don't know how much use that's going to be coming up. Well, I mean, you might, but I have no idea. Bless you.
Excuse me.
I don't particularly know.
Continuing, you have like looking into a mirror, which is you can always tell when someone's lying to you.
Yep.
That's always a good one, right?
Come in handy.
A little
once, so-
something. This is a nice one. A little something on the side. This is literally you pilfering stuff every so often after every mission. So at each downtime, you add 2 coin to your stash. Your stash is your savings for you to retire.
Your own personal ones. How much do you need to get out? You did tell me.
Well, we described you need 10.
10, that's right, yeah.
Filling up one lifestyle means that you could afford a lifestyle of what your current subsistence lifestyle would be, but in a different district.
Yep.
Right. So it can either afford you a nicer place here in Crowsfoot, or you can convert that all into spending on bribes and fees to just basically be homeless and a rat in a different district.
Yes.
Right.
Or
you can be tier 1, and then people will be like, "Oh, right away, sir."
Oh, okay.
So like, and this just lets you get rich.
Which
Right.
is very smoozy, but I want something that's going to help us
Yeah.
because this shit's going to hit the fan. I
Sure,
think
right.
So
Pretty
one I
much.
might recommend from the lurk special abilities, because you can take a veteran advance.
How can I check your playbooks? That's beyond me. I've
Lurk.
not-
Lurk is one. Well, none of us here are playing a lurk.
Can he not
Yeah, how
take
can
it?
I look
No,
at
you
all?
can. You absolutely
Okay.
can take a
Okay,
lurk
yeah.
one. I'm just saying that we don't know what these ones are yet because we haven't seen
Yeah.
them because no one here is playing one.
Oh, 'cause I wanna see
There's
how I can
so
find
there's
them.
one Geef.
Lurk,
There's
lurk fine.
it's called Daredevil. When
Yep.
you roll a
Mhm.
desperate action, you get +1d to roll. If you also take -1d to any resistance rolls from consequences of your action. That sounds bad, but we get a bonus die to our resistance roll. So basically, you'd be rolling normal resistance, and every time you roll a desperate roll, which you can trade position for effects to make sure that you always roll desperate, you're always going to roll +1 die.
That's actually good. Sounds
This is my-
horrible. though. It is good.
I mean, this is my personal favorite.
Infiltrator, yeah, you're not affected by quality or tier when you bypass security measures. Yeah, so you can
Doesn't
just walk
matter.
into
Crows-
their hideout with a stealth
Yeah.
plan and surprise them.
We
Doesn't
have-
matter. It doesn't matter literally the tier of the people against blue coats. You can sneak into blue coats. You can pick the blue coats locks. You know, it doesn't matter. You can try it. That's super powerful. But
Can I
there's
how
so
do I
many different
find-
ones. Yeah.
Look, you guys might have a better idea. Can you tell me how I can find these other playbooks so that way I can actually have a bloody look at them?
Can you look at it? You see everyone's character sheet?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I can see Bob's, Lily, Mitch. Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah. So everyone's other character sheets are already there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share with you one that has the lurk, but they're also in the play. They're also in the rule book.
Yeah.
I'll just probably go do that then, maybe potentially.
There you go. So
Oh,
here's a
also-
quick lurk one. I just said
Reflex
and
is
shared
really
with people.
good.
Yeah, but
Oh.
like for you, I think mesmerism's pretty good. I'm always a big fan of subterfuge. I'm always a big fan of picking up the one that lets you get the armor, the special armor / push yourself abilities, because that means you're basically freeing up 2 free load of not having armor for consequences for most of the time. Because you can basically, if you had subterfuge, you can spend subterfuge to ignore a consequence from suspicion or persuasions, so which is what it's your bread and butter,
True.
or for you to get or to avoid 2 stress to push yourself. So like that's always good, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. I'm really between.
Although I think if we wanted to go by the fiction, I think this wouldn't help you so much in the fight. But Trust in Me is absolutely you, where you get 1 die for any target you have an intimate relationship with. So like I mean intimate, not just like whoever you fuck, but just like people you're really close to, right? And so
Yes.
like you convincing your friends and Coomer and stuff would just give you a bonus die. Anyone?
do I-
So like that's pretty good.
Subterfuge is right on my own. Do I even have a special armor?
Everybody has one for
I do,
hours
actually.
per score. You get to use
For me,
some.
yeah. I think Infiltrator is great, but we're going in all together. I don't want to go alone, so I feel like, yeah, actually, I think Daredevil's actually pretty good. I've reread it at least 3 times now.
Expertise is also good. Whenever you lead a group action, you can only suffer
Oh.
at most 1 stress.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's really
I'm not
good.
really leading many of those though.
Or even if we're gonna do a stealth plan for the smash and grab, if you took Cloak-and-Dagger then immediately used it,
Yeah.
it would give us a 1-up. But it just
Okay.
depends on if you want to take one for character long term or for situation short term.
Character
So,
long term is good, but also Cloak-and-Dagger is good because that's really all I do. Apart from being talky, I am a stealthy, stabby. So, yeah, I think
Cloak-and-Dagger.
Cloak-and-Dagger
Alright.
sort of works actually. And right, yeah, using that short term as well is probably the best one rather than me going, Daredevil's so good though.
Daredevil's it's fun to play. If you want to have fun and like clench the rest of the
Yeah,
fucking every
Daredevil.
time you use it, use Daredevil. It's so much fun.
Daredevil's great too.
No,
Problem is that
Cloak-and-Dagger-
all these things are good. Like they're all good.
I can see how this can take forever. But look, I'll to speed this along. I'll take Cloak-and-Dagger because that does fit it fits the narrative, it fits the theme, it fits what we're doing. It also fits the character. Although Daredevil,
If you want Daredevil, take Daredevil. You will not regret it. Do it.
Do
You need somebody to do it. We're talking you into it. You want it. Do it.
Someone
Do
else
it,
take
do
I've
it,
got to
do it, do it, do it.
thematically.
Do it.
I'm going Cloak-and-Dagger. I'm going to stick with.
All right.
I'm still having fun. It's all right. Someone else is.
Did Lily? Did everybody
So
who
frustrated. Going Cloak-and-Dagger. Lock it in. Done.
All right, locked it
Uh,
in.
did everybody who got an advancement take them, or did Lily and Sever stuff to pick? Sever, you said yours is a surprise, right?
Yeah, I picked mine's a surprise. Yeah,
Oh,
even
I
though you
guess I
could
can
see
just
my
pick, yeah.
sheet, but whatever.
But it's a surprise.
Oh,
Well,
I
it's a surprise for
The
chat.
chat doesn't know.
Okay, I picked mine.
Oh, someone mentioned in chat. I would know if the crows are lying to us because they can't lie to me. So they're all being honest, right? There's nothing to worry. They would have.
Yeah.
I would know. Okay, cool.
Damn. All right.
So read it to me as you see the picture right now. So tell me, what have the crows promised you? Like what? So just so we're on the same page.
Okay, right. So on the same page, crows promised us. They said we can run the place. They've said that like once the red sashes are out of the way, you've got Yoria, we've got ours. We have a place to ourselves. Armaments, stuff like that.
Except it's 2 jobs, but yeah.
Correct. Yes.
They had this one, and then they kind of just slipped in and one other thing that the void we're working on. If you just do that, if you just do those 2 things, we're good.
Just one other small thing.
Yeah.
Another small thing. Did we not ask?
Let's not worry about that right
No.
now. Let's more focus on
No,
this.
I
on
did
this.
ask, and the response was, "Don't worry about that right now."
Yeah,
Do the
you got
first
enough on your plate.
They
Yeah,
said
that's
they
right.
wanted to see me as well
Yeah.
at some point.
So clearly,
on.
it's not great. And judging that the void was working on, it's probably not ideal.
They wanted to meet Mitch very much. They're
Yeah.
very excited to meet
Right,
you.
exactly, right. So well, let's see if let's see if
How did that
let's see if
training
Whip
go?
survives, and then they'll have that meeting.
Yeah.
Sure. And do we
Okay.
get Sever trained up because they wanted him to be a physico, did they not? Like a proper training.
I mean, yeah,
We'll see if I survive, and then
Yeah,
Down the
they'll
road,
train
yeah.
me.
Look, that's down the road. Right now, it's like, oh, that's cool. You do that stuff. If you survive, we'll get you into our night school program or something. Like, you know what I mean? Come on.
Scholarship.
You don't- yeah, this doesn't happen overnight. Like, only a few days is gone since that meeting, right?
The crows. Hooray! Okay, good. Go.
Right. Okay, cool. So I gave you the mission. So this is going to be a multi-part mission, but I'm giving you it in pieces, because it's on a need-to-know basis. You know that you're attacking this alleyway, or you know your job is to eliminate the sentries in the alleyway to secure access to the sewers. What's your load? What's your plan? And let's get an engagement roll going. Special things of note, though, items wise. Important to know. The crows are giving you, if you take a fine weapon, it's treated as tier 2. As well as let's see here.
Coomer's got his tier 3 shotgun, which is even better.
Hot damn. Okay, you all are. They came loaded to bear. They giving you also an experimental sets of armor. It's heavy armor, but it only counts as 1 load.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
I rolled a 6, and I was like, well, cool. If I roll less than a 3, they actually didn't bring any for you. If I roll a 4 or 5, then they have 1 set. If I roll a 6, you all get a set. So you all got a set.
So that's it. Mechanically speaking, if we use heavy armor during the score, we tick 1 instead of 3. We can't tick 3 of like our own heavy armor and then another heavy armor, right?
Yeah, no, you can still tick. You can tick heavy armor just like you would now, but you just it's one
It only
weight
counts.
fewer.
Okay.
Okay, so you
Two
can
weight-
so
two
so
weights
so
fewer,
basically 1 piece of armor can be used twice. Think of it
Gotcha.
that way. All right.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, you think of it more like it's not fine heavy armor, it's fine armor where this armor can be used twice. And basically this is Kevlar plating and shit. Right? This is stuff being able that's like can be slipped into your sleeves. This is like a tactical vest,
Like
right?
the
That can
John
be
Wick,
hidden.
right? We've got
Yeah, no,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
A John Wick suit is exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about, where it's tactical, but also like it's deceptive.
Stylish.
Right. So it doesn't look like you're like wearing full off SWAT gear.
Schmooze is
Like
overjoyed
that
because
heavy
it,
armor
like,
normally does.
Schmooze is overjoyed because it doesn't mess. Like he can still dress in his fine clothes, but still have
Yeah.
armor on and just look like a
yeah,
fucking
dressed in my
badass.
fine clothes, but I'm
This
like
is the
I'm
best
like,
thing ever.
Yeah, I'm spinning around. Look at me dancing.
Coomer's just giving him the look of like,
This is police body armor. Like this is like clearly taken from like a SWAT group, right? But like used for, yeah. So it's probably got like blue coat serial numbers on it, right? as you're putting it on, but it's
We
probably
scratch them
fine.
off. surely. Okay, cool.
Coomer
cool.
feels
No, I mean, they're
icky.
No, they're new, right? They smell like old like mossy straw that they've been kept in their storage bins, right? Off a train, right? Like they've been
Fell off the back of
they,
it. No,
they fell off a train in the Deathlands.
yeah.
That
You're
happens.
gonna hand us one. It has like a lung still in it. Okay, cool.
Oh
cool,
yeah,
got
no.
it.
Oh, that's actually cool, but
There's,
no.
like, blood
If I
stains
was
on
a
the
better,
inside.
if I was a more clever GM, I would have done that. You're like, oh yeah, they're bloodstained. Don't worry about it.
On the inside, not on the outside. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I got
yeah,
you.
no. Yeah, unfortunately though, no. These are just new and just a little moldy. They got that mothbally smell.
I can see if if this was like, like 3D game or something and you hovered over the armor, it would say recently used or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
Good call.
Just don't ask questions why they have it, but
Yeah,
they're giving it to you for this mission.
So, ooh, okay. So now we have to plan how many dice we get.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're doing an engagement roll, right? Well, you
I
haven't
hate
told me your
this part.
plan type too.
Oh yeah, we gotta figure out what the plan is. I think because you took Cloak-and-Dagger, we take Stealth Deception,
Agreed.
get you in there, and then use the Cloak-and-Dagger ability to surprise them, and then use that surprise moment to fuck them up.
That's correct.
Hit
That's
hard,
why I
yeah.
took it. Yeah, that's why I took it. I'm in the John Wick suit, baby. I got this. I'm not like, cumbersome.
What's
We're good.
your?
We can either
I need a little bit more details about what this method of deception looks like. I don't mean like, do not give me the play-by-play of like for 20 minutes, but just in general, like what are you pretending to do that you think is going to work?
can we dress you up as a red sash and pretend to have you as a hostage?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Under the guise of a hostage negotiation, and basically when we give them over to you, that's when you pop the surprise.
Yeah, I actually, I wouldn't be doing maintenance on the tunnels or anything like that.
Or,
yeah,
no. Better. Narratively amazing.
Okay.
And I as Panic or Mitch, I hate that I had this idea, but Bub, I think you see where I'm going with this. You have a sash.
Yeah.
Coomer is the point of deception, and since he's in,
Whoa, hold on. I want to be clear. No, hold on a second. He doesn't have a sash.
No, I
No?
have a
They
handkerchief.
gave him
He
the
has a
handkerchief or
handkerchief.
whatever.
Yeah.
That is
he-
not a sash.
Yeah.
They gave him the indicator. He has the indicator.
Handkerchief is on a sash.
He gave him
indicator
his
that he
pocket
wants to
square.
join.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right? Like
But
not.
he gave them a signal of like, oh hey, I
It's
wanna,
an in.
I wanna
It's
join
better
up.
than
It's an
any
in.
of us have.
Yeah, it's an in, and we could even dress Shmooze up and give him it, or if Coomer wants to just do it and be like,
I think Coomer
yeah,
should
pretend
do
like
it.
fuck this shit,
Sure.
I'm defecting.
They could
And
both
then
do
we-
it.
Oh, like yeah,
Also,
you bring him with you
Shmooze
and you're
pretend-
disguised, then you pop the disguise. You've got Coomer with you, and then us and everybody else attacks after that when they're surprised.
Yeah, if assuming Coomer goes with it, but like he walks me and he waves the flag, he waves the safety signal, whatever, and I'm in the exchange or something, or if you've got
Or
something
you're,
like
you're
I'm
defecting with him or something. Yeah.
correct. Yeah, or maybe I'm a prisoner. Yeah, we've got ways to play this.
Oh.
It might
And
also
then-
benefit to as you dressed as a red sash to be like to just kind of run and be like, we have a problem, and then like kind of pull a bunch of them out of that alley into our waiting hands.
What do you have, Eric?
Yeah.
You were trying to interject there with something. What did you?
Yeah. I just wanted. It's not going to really come up for this plan per se. But just so you know, for disclosure, so it's not doesn't really get sprung on it. I mentioned this a few times that like the red sashes are basically peerless at melee combat.
Yes, they have
Right.
an entire
Swordsman.
academy for this.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So just so you know, like basically starting being like, cool, you attack them, cool, take level 4 harm. What do you want to do? You wanna
We're
resist
dead.
that? And
We're
that
dead.
be your
Them
role.
from a
Like it's,
distance.
that's like don't expect these people are good at what they do.
So even
Right.
more reason to sabotage them, like to
Yeah.
fire at them.
Or not just stay
Don't get
out of
within
range
arm's
of them.
distance. Yeah.
yeah. Right.
Sniper rifles.
Exactly.
Surely Sever has some knockout gas.
So what are we? What is the goal? Is it just to eliminate them, or is it to eradicate the
Mhm.
building? Because it's like a drug den.
We need to eliminate all of the people in that alley, take control of the alley, so then
Entrance.
we also have control of the entrance to the tunnels that we need
Yeah.
access to for all of the crows to go in and basically make their way to the brick pile and attack it from underneath.
We have
Exactly.
some.
And the answer
You're
to the
breaking into
question-
the brick pile via the sewers. The only way to get in there, or as far as everyone knows, the way they chose is this one. The only problem is that it's guarded, and so they need you to take out the guards.
We need to answer Eric the question of what our plan is and what the specific vulnerability is that plan targets. Everything else we can figure out later.
Exactly. Right.
So because these guys are peerless at melee combat, surely Sever has like some knockout gas or something. You get me close enough, Coomer and I close enough, done
Knockout
deal.
gas, flashbangs, grenades, guns.
Shotgun at
You know what I mean?
blank range.
But like, yeah, right. Like, no
Tier
point
3
blank. You don't.
shotgun.
No.
don't
The
have
point. The
knockout
point
gas.
is range. The point is
Yeah,
range
that's
is your
true.
friend. I can't punish you if you stay at range. But as the minute you get close to them, you're dead, basically. And by that I mean like level 3 or 4 harm is coming at you. Just so you know
It
that these people
sounds-
are really good with swords,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you as characters know this, right?
So it sounds
You
like
know this.
we're gonna stealth and we're gonna use some way for Shmooze to
Just be
pop.
good.
Like he's gonna be disguised and he's gonna pop his disguise to give us a surprise round to murder them
Yeah,
all at
pretty
distance
much.
with guns. So basically, we just need to
exactly.
figure out
Yeah.
how you're gonna disguise yourself.
Popping your disguise would overrule them acting first in the fight, right? Because your thing is literally like they're because you caught them by surprise, right? That's literally like what the rule says.
Right, but
So
you
just so you
wouldn't-
know, when it comes to that it works that way.
But you wouldn't want to do it while you're in the alley around
No.
all of them. You want to
No, probably
draw
not.
some, yeah, you want to draw some of them away, right? Be at a safe distance, pop the disguise, and then we can all go pop, pop, bang.
Yeah,
Eric,
right.
if we pop the disguise, do we get a surprise round, or is it immediately, bitch, you take level 4 harm?
No, I mean, no, you don't take. You only take level 4 harm if you're within melee range. Like if you're like, I'm gonna go tackle this guy or stab him. That's when this happens, right?
Yeah.
Just why you want
They
to be-
win duels. That's what they do. That is what the
throw off your
schools
disguise,
does.
the
Is
resulting
you win
surprise
duels.
It gives you the initiative in the situation.
Okay.
Basically, we get a free
Don't
round.
know. Their swords can't stop bullets. So for a long time, no guns on the street was super good for them. But now that the war's out, it's really kind of hurt them.
And we have good weapons. They gave us
Yeah.
the tool.
Yeah, you have.
Alright.
Yeah, you have equivalent tier weapons against the Red Sashes.
Alright.
So
Guess
so
what's
I
your-
can't say so you don't have the blunderbuss things anymore, right? You have like a Colt, you have a Colt 1911 or whatever, right? Like you have like a pretty solid World War One pistol, right?
So I guess what's
or
your
like
disguise
a
going to be?
hunting
Geef?
rifle or something like that, right? Think of it that way.
We
Or common
always
shotgun.
have an in, don't we, with your safety signal? That's what we were given, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
I
a-
feel like that was your method of you're going to use that and pretended to be have a Red Sash hostage or something like that, right? Like that was sort of your plan, right? You were trying to expose their vulnerability of wanting to get their kin back.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
So
Yeah,
that's
no, no.
that's a deception plan.
I've got to think of a disguise that works, though. Really, realistically.
I mean, at this point,
yeah, I
you'd be
mean,
disguised as the red sash, right?
Red Sash. Well, hold on. Yes, that can work. A Red Sash uniform is pretty ornate. It's a nice uniform.
Well, if anyone-
Remember,
idea.
I described they're expensive. They have
I've-
that
I've-
nice ass silk, right?
Got an idea.
Yep.
It might work. It might work at a distance.
Why don't we
But
just
the minute they see you,
why don't we
What you
just
got,
have
Bubs?
you robed, right? Like completely robed up. Because if you were a prisoner of the Crows for some reason and you were actually a Red Sash, they were just trying to extract information from you. That doesn't mean they're going to kill you. They're probably going to fuck you up, but they're not going to kill you. So maybe the heart, Coomer, was. I mean, if it's knowledge that we're operating with the Crows, the heart just found a way to get you out, snuck you out. Maybe we pop
Yeah.
up from the sewers, and
Or you could be dressed as a crow.
I'm sure
I
that would
reckon-
get me
yeah,
fucking
both are-
killed.
Yeah,
I feel like that would get me killed.
I like your robe idea, actually. That's good. That's good. Yeah, because I'd be a prisoner and I wouldn't have the ornate finery. I feel like if anyone did have or have had a really ornate outfit, Shmooze would have it. But you're right, Eric. It would work at a distance, but up close, on closer inspection. Yeah, but I don't really want to be close to them anyway.
But
No,
we'd
I
have to
agree.
sell
think
it.
the robe idea
I
is
think we'd
great.
have to sell it. I don't think we've got like makeup or things like that. So you might have to, you know.
Yeah, you do. He does.
Oh, you-
He,
oh,
as
you
part
do?
of his,
He has a
his
kit.
shit.
Nice.
He's got fine clothes and jewelry, a disguise kit, loaded trick dice, trans
Understood.
powder,
Yeah.
cane sword. Like he's got
You're-
some shit.
your fine equipment is treated as tier 1, and their stuff is tier 2, which is why I'm saying it will probably work at a distance. It's kind of flimsy, right?
Well, I was gonna
Okay.
say let's go for
That's what I'm saying.
authenticity.
Yeah.
Fox, just punch him in the mouth.
Can I
what?
attack the jugular?
Just give him like
No, no,
a bloody
Shmooze.
mouth,
We're
right?
gonna
Like
give
give him a
Shmooze
bloody lip.
You don't want to kill him.
Oh,
Like you can do the makeup on the eye, but give him a bloody lip, and when he pulls up and pulls the robe back, it's just like he's got blood on his face.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Take one for the team.
Let's hit him. I've always wanted to hit him. Okay, sure. I'm all right with that. I'm all right. Fox, look. This is my good side. Okay?
Bam! Doesn't even wait till you're done talking. Just right in there.
Knocks the
Okay.
teeth out.
Very nice. Okay, cool. I think that clocking is also where we should go to our break, and then we'll come back and do the engagement.
Oh my god, I gotta pee.
Right? That's perfect timing.
Darn a funnel like a real streamer, Lily. Oh my god.
All right, guys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in just a moment.
I'm just gonna get some.
Gary?
Good.